Hello, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers. This is your tarot reading for the week ahead whenever you're finding this. If you're watching along as I post because you're subscribed, this is for the week of February 10th through the 16th, 2025. I just want to remind you guys that I am still offering my free tarot guide ebook. You could download this to your phone or tablet, and it is a guide to all of the tarot card meanings, both upright and in reverse, and in different types of readings. So if you're learning how to tarot read, it's a really great tool to have. I also have my online tarot reading course still available, so go check that out. It's learn at your own pace, and you can join at any time. It's not live, so it's all pre-recorded course that you work through and really become a good, strong reader, going from picking out your first deck all the way to reading on a professional level and how to do that. Okay, Sagittarius, you have the Page of Swords upright. Curiosity is a type of magic. I am seeing a vision of you guys perusing like the nonfiction section in a library, or like reading a bunch of things online, Googling a bunch of things. So yeah, I am seeing you keeping your mind active through your curiosity, learning more about new subjects. The phrase, a new hyperfixation, just popped into my mind. And the example, sometimes spirit uses my own memories to sort of communicate messages in readings, and the example that I am being shown is a time in my life where I became so hyperfixated on learning everything I can about feng shui and the energy of your home. You know, talking to the spirit of your home, the numerology of your house number, you know, the directions in which the walls and different rooms face and what that means and how to create a harmonious atmosphere. So yeah, I just remember being hyperfixated on that for like 6 weeks. And in fact, like for the first like 5 years after I had my big shamanic initiation, I would literally have these hyperfixation topics for like around 6 to 8 weeks at a time, where I read all of the books I could on certain subjects, whether that be distance healing or tarot, oracle, meditation, shamanic journeying, so many different subjects. Like I would just have these hyperfixations. It was almost like the universe was putting me through a course of esoteric ancient wisdoms. And it doesn't have to be esoteric for you specifically, but I am seeing similar vibe here, a self-guided learning hyperfixation. So, very specific message. We have the World coming out in reverse. It's time for you to celebrate all that you've accomplished. It says, yay, you did it. Now, do something to celebrate a job well done. Whenever the World comes out in reverse in a reading like this, to me, it shows the universe wants you to celebrate. They want you to bask in your glory of your recent manifestations for a little bit before they bring you to the next journey, the next topic. I feel like a lot of you watching, you have this bad habit of like you do something really major, you complete something really major, and you don't celebrate it, and you just hop into the next big project. And it's like, no, really enjoy what you just created, bask in that a little bit, give yourself a little break. And if you want, you know, you could do some preparations for your next project or hyperfixation in the meantime, but, you know, don't just immediately jump into the next thing. Give your soul, your mind, your emotions, your body time to process, okay? A very practical example of this would be like if you just came out of a relationship, don't just hop into a new one. You know, give yourself time to be single and process everything that happened, and, you know, let the dust settle, let, you know, that energy sort of dissipate a little bit. Okay, we have the Queen of Swords coming out in reverse. Some of you may be connecting with someone who is very harsh, okay? This says, don't you dare lower your voice for anyone. Queen of Swords is a powerful queen, but when she comes out in reverse, to me, this shows someone who is a C word. Someone who is just a cold-hearted individual. Let's put it like that. You know, the world has hardened them into this person who lacks compassion and empathy. And they just say things that are bluntly, almost rude. So you may be dealing with someone like that somewhere in your life, and that could be a little annoying. Or even this could be, I don't know why the phrase monotone just came in. Like, for example, if you're taking a class, it's like your teacher may be very monotone, or they lack any sense of compassion. Like, if you're late, they don't let you in, even if, this, that, the third happened, whatever. So somewhere in your life, you may be dealing with someone who is sort of like that Queen of Swords in reverse this week. We have the Three of Wands. Wow, wish fulfillment. Goals are being met. And this says, put yourself out there and you'll be rewarded one way or another. Exactly. A great piece of wisdom that I keep coming into is if you want something, if you need something, put it out there, Try to actively involve yourself more in a community. Everyone recently, especially, has been saying, we have to take care of each other because we are all we got, especially if you live in the United States. The government will not support you anymore. I'm sorry, unless you're a straight white male. But even then, like, you have loved ones who are not being supported. We all need each other. We all need each other at this time. And the best practical piece of advice I can give you when it comes to actually making your life easier, one, and also getting what you want easier, two, and also being a part of that community everyone keeps advising you to be a part of, is to put it out there to people when you need or want something. Like, for example, let's just say you need a bed frame. You can put it out there to your friends. Hey, if you just so happen to see any bed frames on that anyone's throwing out or anyone's getting rid of, or even really, really cheap somewhere, let me know. Put it out there. If you want something, put it out there and the universe will bring it back to you, It's like a network. Life becomes so much easier when you do that. Like, if you don't know how to do something, like maybe you need to change an outlet, put it out there. Hey, do you know how to change an outlet? Do you know anyone who knows how to change an outlet? Like, you can barter with them. Instead of paying them money, you can cook them dinner and meal prep something for them or something. I don't know. Like bartering, community, putting it out there, all these things are coming through in your reading this week. This may be something that you've been doing more of, and it is paying off. Your life is improving, especially if any of you have experienced a plateau in success in these past few years, where it's like you feel like you are the one who has to cultivate every single drop of success or growth in your life, and it, maybe was exhausting for you. Doing this, like getting yourself involved in community and putting it out there, may have really been the help that you need. The littlest forms of help and community really add up. And, I just take it from somebody who has dragged themselves out of poverty and trauma and negative experience. You cannot do it alone. Absolutely not. Because any semblance of growth or progress, if you're trying to do it alone, it will be like back-breaking work to cultivate that, growth, and it's not sustainable. It simply is not sustainable. And if we look at some of the richest and most successful people on the planet, they didn't do it alone. They did it off of the backs of other people. They did it from community. They would be nothing without their employees, without the people who helped them along the way. It's just so important to express gratitude for these people in our lives before they're gone, before they're dead, before we fail. I feel like there's an epidemic of individuals who wait to share their feelings until someone's dead, or until someone's leaving, or until something's gone. And it's like, that's another piece of wisdom I can give you. Expressing gratitude and appreciation will take you so far in life. Like, if someone does something kind for you and you really show that appreciation, they're going to double down on their kindness. You're going to double down on the blessings that you receive. The universe will double down on what they want to give you, the luck that is there. Gratitude, it's a skill, really. It's not something that just comes naturally, honestly. It's something that you have to practice. So expressing verbally your gratitude, your appreciation, and also expressing verbally the things that you want and need and putting it out there, it just takes you so far in life, let me tell you. It says put yourself out there and you'll be rewarded one way or another. Exactly. And so you may have been doing all of those things and you're seeing a lot of growth in your life as a result. We have the Hierophant coming out upright as well. This is traditional learning. Learning from a teacher. okay, through books or courses or guides, mentors, therapists, life coaches, okay? These things you may be doing more of this week. And it says tradition is important, but it doesn't have to be everything. And we see here a wise old witch who knows what the heck she's doing, teaching her ways to younger witches who want to learn, okay? So, and the funny thing about that is when you put yourself into the student archetype where you're learning from other people, simultaneously you will find yourself in a teacher archetype with other individuals in your life, passing along your wisdom, you know. And then we have final card out, the Eight of Wands in reverse. So when this card comes out in reverse, there can be some miscommunications, especially underneath the Queen of Swords in reverse. So emails and texts may not be translated in the way that they're supposed to be, or taken in the way they're supposed to be, or something may have been like lost in the sauce, you know, something that was supposed to be communicated may not have been communicated. And I don't know, just miscommunications may happen this week. So just pay attention to that. Try to be as clear as possible. And this says, light a fire underneath your cauldron and go, go, go. Yeah. See, it feels like the flow of, how do I put this? I'm seeing like a chain of people. And one of the links in that chain may have a miscommunication. So for example, let's just say you're like renovating a room in your home and maybe you make an order for something that you need and it could be on back order that's not communicated to you, and then it like disrupts the whole chain of events unfolding. Does that make sense? So I don't know. If I were you, and this is a minor arcana card, so I wouldn't make it a big deal, but, you know, I would just go out of my way if I were Sagittarius this week to make sure all of the paperwork that you need is here, everything's being communicated clearly, double check anything that you are planning, make sure you have everything, and it should be fine, you know, just make sure to double check things. And read your emails and texts over before you send them. That's what I would say. Okay, thank you so much for joining me. Definitely watch for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs to get the fullest overview of this week ahead. Like this video, comment how it resonated down below, and subscribe if you have not already. If you want a personal reading with me one-on-one, the link to that is always in the description box, spiritpsychic.org. I also offer my intention oils there, shamanic life coaching sessions there, as well as my online tarot reading course, so check it out. Bye-bye.